In the news department, Cordero Patterson and a 6th round pick was traded to the Patriots in exchange for a 5th round pick. This is more of a cost-saving move as Patterson counts $3.25 million against the cap. That's a lot to pay for a guy who doesn't contribute much on offense. However, he is a big-time special teams player. He led the league in kick return average and was a terrific gunner on special teams. It really isn't a big deal that he's gone, as what he did was pretty replaceable. His special teams contributions were great, but I think the Raiders were hoping for more out of him on offense. My immediate thought for replacement is Johnny Holton. He is a burner and also a good special teams gunner. I think they want Holton to develop further, and that will never happen with Patterson on the roster. Holton is cheaper and a more proven deep threat. Patterson's big plays came from reverses, quick screens, and as a part-time running back. A 5th round pick can return a player who at least plays special teams. I don't love this move, but I don't hate it either. The Patriots probably wanted Patterson for special teams, and anything more would be great. In other news, Josh Johnson was surprisingly signed by the Raiders. He was drafted by Gruden in 2008 and hasn't played in the NFL for a long time. He's here to challenge for the backup quarterback spot as the Raiders aren't bringing back EJ Manuel. The more telling thing is, Connor Cook isn't progressing well. They expected him to be the backup at this point, but hasn't shown much signs of improvement. Now for the 5 guys I want the Raiders to still sign in free agency. Keep in mind, this doesn't mean I want them all signed. I think these guys are good players and can contribute. More importantly, they'll come at a reasonable price at this stage of free agency and shore up the holes on the team. First and foremost, Navarro Bowman. There's reportedly an offer still on the table for him to come back. Bowman isn't the athlete he once was, but is still a leader and a sure tackler. At this point, he might be worth more to the Raiders than any other team. He's more of a run-stopping linebacker in a pass-heavy league. The Raiders need his stability and leadership more than anything on the defense. Next, I have Coney Ealy. This was the guy who dominated against the Broncos in the Super Bowl just a few years ago. He was traded to the Patriots for a 2nd round pick, released, and pretty much forgotten about. Keep in mind, he still played very well for the Jets last year. He's a good pass rusher and can certainly help and get pressure from the inside. There's surprisingly little news for a proven guy on the defensive line. Everyone knows the Raiders need defensive tackle help. Luckily, Jonathan Hankins became available. He's good at run stuffing and can provide some pressure from the inside. Mack and Irvin need help, and the Raiders have gotten nothing from the middle. Hankins will likely still get a big contract since he's released, but I still want the Raiders to take a look. Last but certainly not least, we have Cameron Fleming. The tackle market is pretty bad, and I generally don't trust Patriots players. However, he did perform very well at right tackle last year, and right tackle is arguably the biggest hole left on the Raiders. I'm surprised he hasn't been signed already given the desperation. He's only 25 years old and performed very well when given the chance. If he's going to sign a prove-it deal, it might as well be with the Raiders. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Like the video if you enjoyed, thumbs down if you didn't, and have a good day.